Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese. This is my review of the Mondo 1/6 scale M3GAN action figure from the horror movie M3GAN. This is the second horror figure 6 scale that I've got from Mondo. The first was the R.J. McCready from the movie The Thing. Very simple box so far. That's basically the name. Oh, there she is on the back. Short description. Some people that worked on it. And then it says a little magnetic flap. There's a whole bunch of dancing going on there. That's pretty cool. The dance was probably like one of the most memorable things from the movie. And there she is back there. There's a lot of glitter in there. Well, let's get her out. So underneath her are some extra hands and a base and a few other little accessories. I did this also on Mondo's R.J. McCready review, but I stuck her back in without all the plastic wrapped around her, just so you can see what she could look like in the package. But obviously you can't blame her for putting all that protective plastic and paper on her. But it's cool to see what it looks like without that on there. So you can see the pink in the back better and her faces. So there she is out of the package with her accessories. And she comes with some cool stuff. She's got her base, and she's got an alternate head, which is a really awesome alternate head, damaged head. One thing cool they included, because I buy a lot of 6 scale figures, they almost never give you something to put the alternate head on when you're not using it. So I really like that they included that with this. So a lot of times, if I want the alternate head out, it's just kind of sitting on the base, like there's a severed head laying there. So I like that you get this for the alternate head. But she also comes with the paper cutter blade, which basically makes it look like a machete. It's bloody. And then she's got 4 alternate hands, and this one's holding a severed ear. And she's got a holding hand, probably for the blade, a fist for the other arm. She comes with a stylist, and then she's got these 2 little thingies here, which I'm guessing have to do with moving her eyes around, but I'm not sure. But still, that's some cool stuff she comes with. Oh, and she also has the glitter backdrop, very pink and glittery, to make her look innocent. So I messed around with the figure a little bit to see what it's like, and I really like it. I think they did a really good job on this. It's got that creepy look. Like, she doesn't just look like some little girl. She looks creepy, like she should. Them freaky eyes. And the clothes look pretty good. She wears somewhat of a simple outfit, but still they capture it here pretty well, I think. See, one minor thing is, I think the bow is supposed to be over top of the collar from pictures, but it has elastic that goes underneath the collar, so you can't really do that. But it's a very minor thing, because I mean, it's right there. It's pretty close. But I don't really think the outfit looks good. The shoes, very tiny little shoes and a little tiny strap on it. And it looks really good. Not a whole lot plain on the bottom there. The hair you kind of got to mess with. While I was posing it and things, it would kind of go crazy in spots, but then you just got to kind of push it back down. But it looks pretty good. And these are for the eyeballs. Well, I think every single 6 scale figure I've had that had moving eyes, they move separately. Unless I'm forgetting somebody. But this one, they move together. So you gotta get that up in there. Kind of move around. Also, it throws me off because usually with other figures, if you want the eyes to move left, you gotta move them to the right and the back. But this one is like, I move this way and the eyes move that way. So that kind of throws me off a little bit. That's not an issue or anything. It's a little different. Yeah, those eyes moving around. It's just creepy. And I like that movie. I didn't really say that yet, but I wasn't sure. I figured I was just going to be female Chucky. And it kind of was, but I liked it. She's a creepy doll. Just the voice and the way she moves around and the look of her made for a good horror movie. And that freaky dance. Remember reading that that was something they just threw in at last minute. They just happened to think of it and threw it in there, and it turned out to be like probably the most famous scene from the movie. And also one of the most famous kills from the movie with the paper cutter blade. And there's a look at the blade. Some nice blood splatter on there. Really cool. That's a creepy look too when she's looking down like that. And here's the alternate head. And I'm really happy they included this one because this is also really freaky looking. Her face is all cut up. The makeup smearing on her face. And a lot of her hair is ripped off on the top. So it just makes her look a little more insane. It's another one where it's going to be hard for me to decide which head I want to keep on it in most of the time. But since we got this with it, it's much more easier to just have one sitting there and I won't feel bad that it's not there. The stand also helps because of the long hair, so the hair can hang down past it. There's a lot of 6-scales where I have the alternate head sitting next to him. It's just kind of sitting there like this, and that's not going to be good with the long hair. But no, that's really cool. Kind of want a bunch of these. I know there are 6-scale headstands, but I've never bought any. But I like this one. One thing I forgot to do throughout most of this video, every time I put her in a pose, is I keep forgetting to pull her sleeve down to cover her wrist joint. Because it helps make it look a little more realistic. And there she is holding the ear. Knowing that scene, she's outside and wearing a black jacket. But that's fine. I'm glad they included this anyway. It's another memorable scene. So now I have to decide, do I want her to be holding the ear, or do I want her to hold the blade? And there she is with the fist hands, looking pretty pissed off. So that's really cool. And here's the base. It's got a little hook that wraps around her. I don't know if you should put it under the dress or over the dress. Probably under. While I was doing that, she has an odd body under there. Looks robotic, so that's cool. There she is on the base. I put it up under the dress, which might look a little weird from the side. You could probably put it over the dress too, but I'm just afraid it would mess up these folds. There's Megan holding the stylus. There's my attempt to put her in a dance pose. I'm sure you can do a better one. I'd have to look up pictures of the actual dance to see what some of the poses are. So here's a look at the articulation. Already showing the eyes moving around. The head can move around a lot. A lot of poses with that. And the neck also moves. So once more, that can make for some creepy poses. Then at the shoulders. Really good there. Elbows, double joint. And the wrist can spin. And there's a hinge. Then torso. Seems like it should move a lot at the torso. It's a little stiff, but it does. There's a lot of movement there. Get her in some dance poses with that. Then the hips. Kick out about that far. Kick out like that. Double jointed knee. Spin. Got the ankle. I believe there's a hinge that spins. Looks like it tilts also. Or is it just the hinge? I can't tell. I think it might just be the hinge. But yeah, articulation's pretty good on her. You can get her in some good attack poses or good creepy poses. Good dance poses. I think the sculpt on the head is really good. Looks just like her. Paint on the skin's real nice. Very subtle and realistic looking. The eyes look good. That real light blue. And there's even paint on her fingers to make them look a little more realistic. So that's cool. And there's Megan next to a couple other little kid 6-scale figures. Got 11 from Stranger Things, made by 3-0. And Sam from Trick or Treat, made by Trick or Treat Studios. I do think Sam's a little big. Could be wrong about that, but I think he's supposed to be more like, to me, he looked like he's like maybe a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, like maybe he'd be a little bit shorter. I don't know. I could be wrong about that, but just watching the movie, I thought he was a really little kid. But still, it's cool seeing 3 of them together. And there they are next to my custom Clementine from the Telltale Walking Dead video game. And there's Megan next to NECA's cloth Chucky and Tiffany. And I just switch her head so you can have the battle damage head just like Chucky does there. And there she is next to some adult 6-scale figures. So you can see how tall she is next to adult characters. She almost looks like she's Jason's crazy daughter there, with her paper cutter blade looking like a bloody machete. And there's Megan next to Mondo's other recent horror 6-scale release, which is McCready from The Thing. And that's really cool they're making these 6-scale horror figures. I hope they continue to do it. So I really like this figure. I think they did an excellent job on it. They also made RJ McCready from The Thing, which that's my favorite horror movie. But even so, I think I like this Megan figure even better than him. They just did such a good job on it. The sculpt on both heads are really good. I like how you can move the eyes around and just get her looking really creepy. Did a really good job on the dress and the rest of the outfit. And even though it seems like it could be a small thing, I really do like the little stand that you can put the extra head on that you're not using. And the box is cool with all them dance poses on the inside of the cover. It's got that crazy pink glitter, making her look like she's just some innocent doll. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this. The articulation's really good too, to get her in some of them iconic poses, like the dance, or just some creepy head tilts or something like that. Yep, I think she's really cool, and I hope Mondo keeps making 6-scale horror figures like this. Well, this is Mr. Evilcheese. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.
Cobra Commander.
What is it, Destro?
Dr. Mindbender has created a new type of battle android trooper that can infiltrate public settings undetected. Allow me to introduce you to Megan.
Pleased to meet you, Cobra Commander.
What is this? It's just a little girl.
I assure you, Cobra Commander, she is extremely deadly.
Ow! What is the meaning of this?
Megan, why did you kick Cobra Commander?
Why, I didn't kick Cobra Commander. You did.
Why did you kick me, Destro?
I didn't kick you. You know she did. You just saw it.
Destro is just so frustrated in his position and wants to be the leader of Cobra. So he kicked you in the knee.
Is this true, Destro?
Don't be a fool. You saw her kick you. Baroness, tell him what you saw.
Yes. Tell her, Baroness. Destro, I can't believe you kicked the commander like that.
What? This is absurd. I'm going to go tell Dr. Mindbender that his new creation is defective.
Well, that's not gonna work, is it?
Why not?
Because I killed Dr. Mindbender right before we came over here. Say, your Cobra throne looks mighty comfy over there. I think I'll just go take a seat in it.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I miss Serpentor.